When we left Derrick, you were about to throw it all away and put yourself under the scrutiny of America's meanest fan base.
Oh, Lord.
For the greatest drag challenge.
I had no idea how mean people were going to be.
Wow. I mean, you
I didn't realize.
really walked into a difficult situation.
I did. And I think that because I wasn't ready, and maybe there were times I doubted myself, it even made it worse if I had any sort of confidence. Because then it's like, well, she's cocky, but she shouldn't be. And it just was finding that balance of feeling like a good, strong competitor, and then having the vulnerability to break out of my brand and try something new.
Yeah.
And that was the most difficult challenge there. I felt great walking in. Like coming in as Britney, I'm like, you guys can leave. Like, I won.
That was where you in your element.
That's it. Yeah. And then the photo shoot. Like, you're giving me a photo shoot with the winners who I've all worked with.
Yeah.
And you want me to look like the star of the shot?
Yeah.
I got this. And so it was fun. I had fun. And that's, I think, what I started losing through the competition is I forgot to have fun. I was so worried. And what people were saying and what people were going to think and what I should do, what I shouldn't do. It's such a game in your head, in my head. And that was the hardest part, was getting out of my head and into the game.
Because especially in the first critiques, they're like, well, we don't want to just see Britney. Except RuPaul was like, maybe we just a little more Britney. But I mean, like...
And you listen to Ru, not Michelle. Yeah. Let that be known.
Because that was like, that's something you do so well. And it's really to have to figure out how to draw an eyebrow on television, on reality television with the most acid-tongue divas in the world.
I didn't know that was going to be a thing, that they wanted my brow shape to change. I'm like, is that drag? Brow is a drag?
Right.
I thought it was the aesthetic. I thought it's finding the femininity, or in my capabilities, being passable as a woman or a celebrity, or that's my drag. So I think to limit it to, well, we just want you to change your face. Well, nobody else has to change their face. They're still putting makeup on their own face. So because I look like Britney, I'm punished, and you want me to create a character that I really don't think is necessary to be created.
Now, when Robbie Turner was here, he said that he thought a lot of you in the workroom getting picked on was not shown.
No.
And that a lot of you coming back at it was shown.
Completely. The fight that I had with Naomi is because every episode she would say things to me, under her breath, or about me, and I'd find out about it.
Right.
So that was the hard part, because it obviously came to a head and it blew up. But that was going on and on and on. And when I won the political challenge with Bob, she was holding my hand and she goes, I can't believe you won. And it just was like, bitch, get over it.
Wow.
Like, did you really think you were going to win in recycled clothing? And she didn't. So that for me was one of those things that's like, okay, if you can't congratulate me on a win, then you're just shady and jealous. Because I remember when she lip sync against Acid Betty, I was like, Naomi, you were amazing. Like, I didn't know you could dance like that, the way your body moved, you look so gorgeous. And then I never got anything back from her like that. And so that's why sometimes I'm like, God, people they hate me because I'm competition. Because I wasn't rewarded. There was never a time where people said, you did a really good job. Like, I'm really happy for you. That didn't happen. It might have happened in a confessional, but it didn't really get said to me.
Yeah.
And how am I going to feel day after day when you just tell me I shouldn't be here, I don't belong here, why am I here, am I a mole? It's like, Acid Betty thought I was a spy. A spy. I thought she was an alien, so I guess it worked out. Like,
wow.
Everyone's something different.
Yeah, you gave a little acid right back to Acid Betty.
Oh, I had no problem with that.
Well, we'll talk more about all the girls on your Look at Her.
Look at Her!
But I think you still came out of Drag Race pretty unscathed. You're still the #1 Britney bitch.
Top 5.
And now you have the power to do whatever else you want.
And that's it. That's why I did it. I wanted to be able to do Britney. I already did it. I wanted to do it on a bigger scale. I've traveled to more countries now because of it that I couldn't break into because they were only booking Drag Race girls.
Yeah.
And now I toured the UK 3 times last year.
Yes,
like that doesn't happen for people unless they break through and get into this market.
Yeah.
And so I'm fine with it. Call me what you want. Tell me I'm ugly. Tell me I'm fat. Tell me my brows are too low. But bitch, I booked the fucking gig.
Ka-ching! Now you have a very magical throuple of love that we've heard about on the show, and we'll introduce the prettiest of your throuple right
me?
now. Well, other than you, darling.
Okay.
Other than
me.
I'm talking about Miss Nebraska Thunderfuck. Come on out.
Oh my goodness.
Body. Oh my goodness.
Oh Lord.
There you are. Yes. Oh, the ultimate kai of life.
Jonny, can I just say that I'm so excited to be here with you?
Oh.
Because I was first introduced to you in 2003 when you came out with a very sexy music video for soccer practice.
Oh, yes, honey. Hey, dude. Hey, buddy. Hey, bro. That was me with an eating disorder. Hooray! And as many rhinestones as that. It was beautiful. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, darling.
Oh, I loved it.
And now we get to see each other here in real life in your new incarnation. Now, let's talk about your journey to Nebraska Thunderfuck. Now, we as a collective audience met you on your challenge with Alaska on her season, right?
That's correct.
And where you were in the Marines?
I was a Navy medic for the Marines. So I did Navy boot camp and I did Marine boot camp.
It seems erotic, but it was probably just really smelly.
Imagine all that semen.
So much semen. Wow. So you went on to Drag Race on a whim, and suddenly, with the hands in the paint of Alaska Thunderfuck, a dream started to bubble up, or was that something you always were interested in?
No, I found out about the show because I guess a friend of mine was approached about it. He was also a fellow veteran, and he turned it down because he wasn't sure how they were going to be portrayed on the show, and so he didn't want to do it. But he recommended me. I found out about the opportunity on Monday, Skyped on Wednesday, found out I got it Thursday, and drove to LA Friday.
Wow.
It was that fast. Yeah. And I really didn't know what I was getting myself into because I'd never seen the show before.
Really?
I didn't know much about drag except Derrick. And
you guys had already met, though?
Yes.
You were already in a relationship?
A couple months before this. Actually.
We were dating.
We were dating,
yeah. As a duo?
No, the three of us.
Oh, okay.
With Nick, yeah.
Oh, well, Nick, we'll get all into
Vegas
that
is
when
a
you get on
colorful
stage.
town.
Yeah, it's Sin City for a reason.
Oh, my God. I just love this story. Okay, so you're like, all right, well, I'm dating Britney, but you had no personal investment in drag for yourself.
No, and I would tell you, like, I want to keep it a mystery. Like, I love what you do, and I think it's incredible, but I don't really need to know the in-between part. I love you as a guy, and I'm attracted to you, and I appreciate what you do on stage. But I had no interest in getting to know, like, how it happened.
Right, like he definitely did not want to be in the room with if I was tucking.
Right.
He's like, no.
I want to see when it's out and ready, baby, not when it's hiding back inside and getting popped up.
Exactly.
Right, that was not happening.
But then, what happened?
Well, you know, Drag Race was such an exciting and terrifying experience. And I really bonded with Alaska over semi-automatic weapons.
Right.
And I really fell in love with the person that she was. And I was so excited to root her on the rest of the show when it aired. But I didn't have an interest after I filmed that episode of pursuing it.
And then, because here you are right now looking like this.
Things change.
You look interested.
You look interested.
Well, that's the funny thing about life. It's full of twists and turns.
All up in my gig, girl.
Derrick, Nick and I helped Derrick do his audition tape for season 7 and then season 8.
No, don't tell people I auditioned for 7.
Just season 8, okay.
And so when he got season 8 and he went away to film, when he came back, I was like, gosh, baby, you're gonna be gone all of the time because you already travel a lot.
Right.
And when this Drag Race thing airs, like, you're always gonna be gone, and you'll probably get a +1, and that's Nick. You know, Nick's been around longer than I have, and Nick does more.
Yeah.
And
Seniority.
so I respect that, and I'm never gonna try to impose on that. And so I was like, what can I do so that I can travel with you guys, so I'm not just left at home alone, you know, and I never see you. And so I said, let me do your merchandise. And Derrick was like, no, you're horrible with numbers.
Yeah.
So
She can't count.
I can't. That's how I ended up in this relationship.
And he used to be a banker, and I was like, they obviously had calculators because I would not want you handling
Yeah, everything
my money.
was computerized.
Yeah. Luckily.
So you make the decision that...
So it was Derrick's idea that I pursue this. And I said, you know what? I gave it a lot of thought, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I'm gonna go 110%. And that's what I do. I commit to things 110%. I committed to my relationship 110%, to the military, to modeling. I commit to everything that I do, and I go full out. And
balls out.
Balls out.
Yeah.
Except when
Except today.
Oh yeah, not right now.
And I messaged Alaska, and I asked her, you know, how do you feel about this? Like, I want to obviously continue to use this name. Is that okay with you? And she was absolutely supportive.
Yes, why not? Just go for it.
Well, first she said, "Girl, bye." She didn't.
So now you're on the road. You got her approval.
Having her approval and having my partner's approval.
Yeah.
So I went for it.
Well, and now you have let's bring Nick out. Nick, come on out.
Please.
Yes. Other part of this throuple.
Hey, baby.
I mean,
good looking.
Finally, my nosy dreams can all come true.
Yeah.
So Nick, you're on tour now with your 2 gal friends. Was this something you had dreamed would happen in your relationship?
I never, in my wildest dreams, imagined that I would have 2 boyfriends and 2 girlfriends, so it's unbelievable.
Now, what is the genesis of your guys' relationship? Now, you 2 were dating first?
Yes, I'd been with Derrick for 5 years, and...
5 years.
No, he
Oh,
had
at the
been.
time.
Yeah, almost 5 years, and then for
Tough
our
script.
5-year anniversary, we were like, well, what do we get each other? We'd gotten each other everything else,
Yeah, so we got each other a present.
Yeah, another boyfriend.
You're welcome.
Now, was that really the discussion? Because 5 years is that time where you're like, okay, well,
do you
we've
get a
really
ring?
fucked each other in a million positions.
Right.
We've done everything. Now, were you guys in an open-ish relationship before that? Like maybe like on vacation with the manservant or whatever, or what was that?
We're very creative people, and life should be full of abundance and beautiful things.
We had not been in that predicament though.
Not
where
like
we
that.
were actually
like we'd had a beautiful
considering-
time with another.
Right, so you'd maybe brought somebody in every once in a while for fun,
Right.
but
maybe
not.
exes or friends.
Okay.
People that you're like, I kind of wonder about you, or that was good, let's try it again.
Yeah, okay.
That type of thing, but never in a relationship type of way. So that was something totally different with Mac.
And so, Nebraska, come to it from your perspective. So you just come out of the armed forces there, and you're looking tight, you're a model. You suddenly meet 2 handsome gentlemen in a dark Vegas bar.
And a gentle woman. Yeah. Not a gentle woman.
Yeah, I didn't know that a relationship like this was possible. I didn't know that it existed, and I didn't think that it could work. And it just kind of happened organically. I can't stress that enough. I wasn't looking for it.
Yeah.
I met them. We had a great time, and I had such a good time with them that I wanted to hang out with them more. And then we had been hanging out for a few months, and I went away to do my last assignment with the military in Morocco. And I was gone for a month. And I thought about them. I found myself thinking about them the entire time. And so I knew that there was something there. And so when I got back, we dated for about another month. And then I realized that I needed to make things serious. Like I needed to, for myself, I needed to know that they were on the same page as me and that there was something that we could do with this.
We had to sit down.
Like
we got a text. It's like, I need to talk to you guys. It's serious. And I'm like, oh my God, he's breaking up with us.
Right.
You know, like you automatically think the worst. And he sat us down, and we had been gone that weekend for a few days. And so we were away from him. And he said that's when he realized, and he wanted to make this exclusive.
Yeah.
And it already was, but it's putting that label
Yeah.
on it. You know, I only want to be with you guys. I only want you to be with me. And I want you guys to be my boyfriends. And I was shocked.
I'm
Really?
very territorial.
Right.
And I don't know if it's the military in me or what, but I wanted to know that it could just be the three of us, and that was a possibility.
Yeah.
And obviously, you guys were open to that.
Yeah.
And
this
so
before I knew she was crazy.
Before you knew she would come in and start snatching your
Yes,
wings.
that's my weave.
Now, were you guys when you guys were at this 5-year point, you were like, let's maybe see if we want to add someone else, or did you meet Mac and then was like, this guy might be one to put in the mix?
We had no plan on adding someone, having it be a permanent thing.
Right.
It was all his idea, and Derrick was open to it, and I was like, oh God, what is my Cuban Catholic family
Yeah.
gonna think?
Oh, right.
I don't know if I can handle this,
Yeah.
but I'll try it.
Nick's got all the religion behind him, so.
And it's worked out pretty nice. It took a few years of adjustment for a lot of our family members, but now most of our family embraces us with open arms.
Yeah. The ones we talk to at least accept it.
And it's been amazing, at least for my family.
And how about for you, Nebraska?
Well, you know, I grew up in foster care, so one of the benefits of being a foster child is that there's nobody that you have to answer to. You can actually live for yourself and not have to worry about the approval of others.
Right.
So I just kind of...
You were like, fuck it, I'm gonna do me.
I'm on my own page.
And how about you, Derrick?
I think for me, I've always been the adventurous one. I mean, I'm a gay drag queen, so I'm not the norm in my family. So if anything, I thought my family would just be like, oh, well, it's Derrick. So of course.
Of course he has two boyfriends.
Of course he's going to land himself something so cool. And I got a really positive reaction. My dad is the most accepting. And he introduced me, and I don't know if Mac was in the picture at this point, but he introduced Nick as my partner to his Rotary Club when I spoke there. And that speaks leaps and bounds of a relationship.
And can I tell you something? His dad is the straightest, most
Football.
American.
Right, owned a McDonald's.
He did.
Yeah, I know.
For real. Like all-American
All-American dad. And
Yeah.
so if he can be open-minded about something like this and be accepting and loving and encouraging, then there's no excuse for anyone else.
Wow, I love it. Now, does everyone fuck everyone, or what's the deal?
Johnny.
I told you I was being nosy, and this is the nosiest question I can ask.
With the panties on or the panties off.
That's all on you.
Gosh.
Nothing happens in drag. I know,
God,
I'll
no.
say that much.
Okay.
Nothing happens
I don't
in
think
drag.
I could ever.
I've kissed people in drag, that's as far as it's gonna go.
Okay, so Nick, you're not getting into like an Eiffel Tower with like two blonde bombshells high-fiving over you?
They don't
Fantasies.
let me make that happen.
I will say that a benefit of this type of relationship is that you don't get bored. Because Derrick offers me something that Nick doesn't, Nick offers me something that Derrick doesn't. And
Wait, what? I like the first way.
so it's always exciting.
Girl boss.
And then it helps that they're both creative as well.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Derrick is such an incredible performer, and I'm so captivated by his energy on stage. And Nick
And what
is
else?
such a talented artist, and the pieces that he creates on canvas, I just shock me,
Yeah.
and I fall in love with them again every time I see them in their element.
That is sweet as hell. I like it, yes. And now you guys are on tour together. You're all over the place. That is just fun.
It's an amazing lifestyle.
Well, you better work it out, Throuple.
Get
onto it and get into it. You know what? Y'all have served it so fiercely. Y'all each get a motherfucking trophy. 1, 2, 3. Derrick, you got the band. Oh, there we go. And look,
I want to thank the Academy.
I know you guys like to keep it exclusive, but I thought just for today, we could add 2 more to your Throuple. It's a quadruple. Get it good. Now make sure they each get it equally.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. That's good.
I'm going to lose a nail somewhere.
Yes, you will.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, yes, very
Back that
nice.
up.
Lady Red, take us out with some black lady screaming.
Hey Qween! Hey Qween! Oh, look at that! Oh, hey!
Oh my God.
Ass is right on. Let's see that. Now make sure you got Nick in there too. Come on now. Oh yeah. Now don't worry, the boys are all gonna be here for Look at Her, and we're going to get all the tea on all the queens from Drag Race from Derrick and Nebraska on Look at Her. So click on through. Thank you, Lady Red. Thank you, Adam. Thank all 3 of you for coming. Derrick, we love you, and we'll see y'all next time on Hey Qween. Bye, baby.